60 centimeters high, no more.
So
But if I find one, I want to make.
this is 300 days alone. I don't know other than I've been watching. Uh, spent spent on do it. Very Swiss. Um, that I don't know why it's called 3. Still use island for farming, and buy some Norwegian on their game and stop by, dropped them off. So let's see how this sounds.
Make a hole on it, like 80 centimeters long, 40 centimeters large, and maybe 1 meter 20 deep. And I want to hide and put some coconuts on it, and maybe I can get a pig.
Following the path, I wanted to find the right place where the ground was soft and close to water, and where pigs would pass by for sure.
Water. I think I find
That, and I think he's trying to get to
a path. And now I have to find a good place and make a hole.
a height. Yep, thought so. So, sure. Yay. Okay. All right. We're watching this
While
guy who's on Tofa, Tofa, Tofua, Tofu, and it's called 3 Days Alone. But he's already been contacted by like a couple of different. So I don't. He's out there with only a machete and a army knife. He started farming, and I think he picked a friend. So
waiting, my
that's where
little
we're at.
garden had started growing. The first sprouts were visible. It was a great success, and the final result looked quite
I'm
promising.
waiting for my trade.
Great. Here are the
here.
watermelons. And here there is the little onions. Only 1 week after my gardening efforts, everything was above ground. Okay, I didn't have a great selection, but I could see that my work was bearing its fruits. The trap was ready, the garden growing. It was
let's
the
do some
perfect time to
payday.
pay a visit to the volcano.
Hey.
I woke up this morning and I had nothing to do. Then I said,
Oh yeah.
why not to go to
Yeah, no, I
see the volcano?
I now have a better understanding
And
how that game works.
on the way
Extremely
from the top,
big.
I could hear
A couple,
very big noise from the volcano already. When you're down here, it really looks
or less.
really
Oh,
look like a
yeah, I'm done.
moon place. And now I go to see the volcano.
That's what I was waiting on.
A feeling of deep humility characterized each visit to the volcano. I was in contact with the center of the earth.
Right.
Water, air, earth and fire, all the elements were gathered. Thousands of years of tropical rain had forged this magnificent landscape. As I was walking through the canyons, I was thrown deep into the incredible story of the island formation.
Okay. Yeah, no, my trade hit for
Scratches were part of my daily number of little inconveniences.
this is
to which I
Ethereum right
paid little
now.
attention.
Right before that it
But
was
when
on
one of them
XLM.
started to swell, and I couldn't even bend my finger, I started getting concerned.
And so that hit where I needed to hit.
It was
Ow.
really painful. Over the phone, my doctor explained the move
Ethereum's
I had to carry out
taking
to
over.
try to stop the infection.
It's
In
chilling.
24 hours, if it doesn't look like it's better,
It's so the yellow one 20 moving average, so it takes the last 20 candles and makes that into the average. Blue is the last 100 and the green the last 200. So when the yellow crosses both of them, that means it's going up. But very simple. And when it's going down, it's going. So like when it crosses, it would have been a signal to buy. Crosses be a signal to sell. But the difference between I mean, if you bought it when it crossed, had it till now. Top of the can. Down 60 cents. So it's like, say your buyout. But that's so like buy in. Makes a triangle that isn't quite connected. That goes up. Expect it hour or two now to hit 15. It breaks out. But is it? Oh, we have to do the math for it. But it's kind of on an uptrend, of course. It's going down rather than up, and you wouldn't see it go up to and after there's a big candle. So yeah. Scroll out. See. Angles. terrible idea. Now, I mean, this is over like, the past days. This would have been like, this entire box would have been the past 2 weeks. So it's not terrible idea to think that in the next week or so, next couple of days, hey, all right, go to bed and do your homework. But yeah, it's not crazy to think you could say that it would hit. Yeah, all day, all week. Stops. Wanna stop. Can't stop. Down Panetta. Something. Rabbit movie. Sure. Yeah, no. Still. Um out of the way. Crazy idea that it would hit 5. Of course, the other side of this here is that the other have a good night. I will probably see you on it's not a crazy back down. 2,000 before it does that. Because it's done it time after it hits that. So basically what I'm getting at. But if you bought in here, it's not crazy to think that it'll jump up to here. But I do think that you could get a better price. So bought in here. Not crazy to think that you get a 5% would expect to get down to 8%. And that said, could wait until it goes down. I mean, let's say halfway, and could expect 10-11% return, 10.11% return. If you set a buy for 12, let's say 12. Yeah, 11% return. 12. It's crazy, but not crazy to say that it would just go up. But it's also not a terrible idea to set a buy for something been to before. I mean, box up spend. But then also other factors to consider. It's it's starting to turn over to altcoin. It's starting to turn altcoin market, and Ethereum is backed in all. So it could just blow through this right now. All-time highs. To go smaller. Not crazy to think that it time highs. It's because it keeps upping it. And if you look at it on a macro scale, how you should be. I mean, it's the best way to be. Got your. So this right here. Let's just get. Spot. It's here. This line. I mean, I hate to like. I mean, I'm trying to make this like a straight level. So actually, I'm gonna force it straight level. 37 point. So forcing that to be straight line, like clearly there is a upwards going triangle. I mean, that's the thing. There is an upwards moving triangle here. It's a signal that it's going up. It just has to break through. And once it breaks through that, go and look at the Fibonacci level. It's gonna go above that, but I'm not gonna look at that right now because I'm not looking that far into the future for what I'm trading right now. I'm not looking to hold it longer than 2 weeks. But that's what you got going on right now. And I mean, you could argue the same thing with putting this here. There. It's the same upwards triangle. It's still gonna be up. The trend for the past I don't even try and back that far. Trend for the past since here has been generally upward. That was December 20th last year. So I mean, at least as far as long term, that's why Ethereum is a good long hold to have this week, and that start looking at pairs.
I go to the hospital. It will take me between 5 and 10 days until I can reach the first hospital. They can do something for me. Then, you know, I don't have to wait too long. If the infection doesn't stay really in the hand, it can goes up to the arm and goes into the blood, and it can do a general infection.
Like
and
another
if I have
one.
a general infection is my life, which is in danger.
See, am I talking talking the same?
And I don't want to die. Not scared to die, but
okay. All right. So now I'm talking louder than it. All right. Perfect.
You know?
Beautiful. So this is Bitcoin Cash to the dollar, and I mean, so there was, like I was saying with that, with the Ethereum. Ethereum had a definite uptrend that was continuing here for the past since what January 10th, when Bitcoin had that huge crash. Well, not really crash, but
it was a baby pig.
it had a little dive there for him. Yo, what up? Looking at Stonks and, well, not Stonks, Crypto, and this guy, oh my god, he's befriending a pig.
You know what? I make such a big hole just for you. Small pig like you.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah bah c'est mieux ça déjà.
So, to quickly go over it, PigChamp, to quickly go over it, the Swiss guy spending 10 months, 300 days, quote unquote, alone on an island in the Pacific Ocean called Toa. They've said it a couple of times. It's part of Tuvalu. And he is the pig champ. Absolutely the pig champ. But yeah. Yeah, no, so it's called 300 Days Alone. But he hasn't been alone because some Norwegian family came and visited. There are people who use the island to farm some type of plant, kava, I believe. And so there have been people that come by and said hi to him. No,
Mieux déjà, hein? Il me semble que je parle le langage porcin.
and he
I
speaks
didn't
pig,
really
apparently.
know what I was going to do with it, but I certainly wasn't going to leave it to die here,
So,
alone.
but yeah,
A few days later, when my finger was better, I decided to continue looking for Captain
Then
Cook's
on-
cave. When the Tongan brought me to the island, they had shown me where it was.
a little hot there. That was.
This time, luck was on my side.
That was the
Felt
thing.
certain vibration,
but
and I had the
consistently.
feeling I had finally found it.
On down.
In my garden, the plants were making me happier and happier. Here is one. And here, another one, very small, who just started.
Oh, look at it.
I'm really happy, and I made it with my little hands, and
Down the lawn.
that's the result. Normally, when I go walking, the pigs follow me, but today I'm doing quite a big walk, and
been
the pig follow me, but it follow me just for 1 kilometer, something like this, and after it goes in the bush.
Peggy.
And start to hide, and for me it takes me maybe 2 hours to take the pigs back, and after I have to carry
Since November.
and the pig doesn't like to be carried, then
Consistently.
he shouts,
Rest of the.
and
So
to carry a pig for 2
Hey.
hours, 3 hours like this shouting is not possible, and it's
After
very noisy, a pig. And that's why next time I will
That's
build
it.
a
That's
little
it.
cage in the front of my house to put the pig, because you
Think about
learn
it, you
how
could-
to be patient.
now spending 3 days alone,
2 hours now.
friending a pig, doesn't stop screaming at you.
Horrible.
Each day,
I'm quieter
the
than the
island was full
video
of surprises.
still.
From waving my machete
Serious?
around, I ended up cutting some strange vine.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
it's coming.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for
insane.
sure it takes a little bit more time than to drink water in our countries, but at least we have water, and here we have time. And it's very good. It's a little bit sweet. When I go in the forest, it's really important to have this, because there
Okay.
is not many coconut around,
How about
and
now?
I need to drink. Since I am in tofu, it's really the first time I see this. Big wave crashing. It's
Hello.
very big
Okay.
wave.
All right. How about that? Let's do that a little bit. We'll call it there.
10 meters higher.
I think that should be all right.
It looks like the beginning of a storm, or I don't know. Oh la la, big wave.
Big wave. There we go. Alright, so. Yeah, this thing isn't doing too crazy.
Seeing the storm coming in,
I mean, of course, there's always the option that it's gonna go up and hit.
the waterproof ability is one thing.
I mean, it's proved itself.
Like the roof flying away or a coconut tree
But
falling on it.
okay,
I had to get my solar panel out of there.
this is November. Okay, yeah. So like, it's proved itself in hitting
Nothing left. The ocean had taken everything.
these
In the evening, the wind had become even stronger. And the storm
levels. So
ordeal really began.
$3.30.
Cracking noise was scary, but the worst was when the wind turned. The rain
$3.30 to $3.20.
anymore. I was
But do you want to bet on that now? Is the thing.
now it's the morning starts to come again, which is very good
God
because
damn it.
most of the night
This is hard to.
I could not
There
see
we go.
around me and I
That.
didn't know what
Alright.
happened, but I
Okay.
could hear many
Maybe.
noise,
Maybe.
thunderstorm, thunder, lightning, and everything. And I slept a little bit, but every time I was falling asleep,
Hey, got him.
wake me up again.
Okay. But yeah.
And yeah, very short night.
But like the point is that you want to catch it when it's
Start to be able to see
catch EOS when it's down here. So under $2.55, so that you can sell it when it's above $3 or less. At least right now. I mean, it's got a decent level here going where it's not, it hasn't punched through there yet. But of course, if you look at the trend here, I mean, look at the trend here, the downward trend, which would suggest that it's going down. So, long term, I wouldn't say hold that. What's next? Litecoin? Not even fucking like. Oh no, Dash. Alright, Dash. Where do you Dash? Where you at?
At first sight, everything looked okay. The sugarcane had grown, as well as the onions and the taro. The watermelons, however,
Excuse my
didn't.
previous.
They were rotten. It was terrible.
I mean, this was an old trade that I made.
I drowned my affliction in a new artisanal project.
This is an old trade that I made. Oh wow, on the 6th and 7th of January. And then it blew up. Kept going past there, but I was like, I ain't about that. I ain't about that. Taking that type of risk.
I'm quite happy because now I have a.
But like, if we look at this one,
Sometimes it's hard here to get
the data that I was looking at previously,
I woke up and I said, yeah, cool, I'm gonna do the bench.
it had hit a level around here before.
I have my bench.
Alright, so
I'm happy.
it looked like another one of these where it hit, gone up a bit,
I was close to the end of my adventure.
and the yellow
People
line
arrived to help me. I just back to a social
had
life and
just
already go
crossed
back
the
home.
blue line.
So I started
So
scanning the horizon.
the faster moving average crossed the slowest moving average, and it was on its way up to passing the other
As usual,
midway.
never pen, but this time
It's a good question. Because he wanted to be? I don't know. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Just cause, you know, it's a thing to do. You know, it's a thing to do.
500 meters this way, 500 meters the other way. Try to find her, but
island is so big, you can look for how long you want. I mean,
But yeah, so it had been there previously. It was kind of on its way up, so expecting I was expecting somewhere to hit around
she was something like
this
3 weeks
level
old.
ish.
It was very small.
So I think from there I just had or took like 75% of it or something and was like, all right, that's good.
It was a great victory for me. I feel like a parent.
So that was the idea with that.
Let the kids go out.
And right now it looks like it's still
If it was early stages,
stabilizing. It looks like
on
it
an age
might have
where
stabilized a
wait
little
with
bit
me
higher,
and
although that's
start living
like,
her life
oops.
again in the wild.
Although that's
It's
about
early
the
stages.
same
I'm happy with it.
as it's been previously to
Now
hit somewhere up
she's
here,
gone and
but
I have no
I
trouble
think
around.
I think I'm gonna watch it a little bit longer,
I'm missing a little
and
bit this, but I mean, it's part of
it's
the
an
game.
option. Dash is
Let's
an
hope
option.
everything is okay for her.
He should be scared. He's
If
alone
one
on
day
an
before
island.
I leave, she want to come back to say hello, I'll be very happy.
OXT. So OXT is doing a thing. It's on a uptrend currently. From we're only gonna look at like
Gaels arrived
November,
at the
December
end of my
forward.
solitary life, and
I
that
mean,
truly
even
revived my energy. I wanted to show him
even
everything.
like if you look at it the
And
past,
when
I
I
mean,
take it
just
back,
because it's
I
up
tell
a
myself
ton.
it was something incredible.
I mean, if we look
Je
at the
savais pas
moving
comment j'allais le retrouver.
average,
Ça fait tellement longtemps
it's
que je
on
le
a
connais,
big
même au fond de
uptrend
toi-même, te connaissant bien,
or
tu
a
l'estimes
decent
toujours le même.
uptrend.
C'était vraiment l'inverse. Énormément. Toute la motive qui revient, toute le. Et ça, c'était cool.
Which means it's got potential. Got potential energy.
It's very nice because since Gael arrived, I can start to eat again.
See,
Like
and now he's with another
food I
dude
used
again.
to eat in Switzerland, and here there is dry meat and cheese
He got a shark too.
and it's paradise in Nirvana. Christmas time.
One of Gael's first challenges was finding his way through the forest. Hey Gael, where is the path?
Oh bah, ça dépend en fait. Soit par là, soit par là, ou soit par là.
During a little over 2 weeks, I tried to share my experience of the 9 last months with my friend. Fishing?
I think it was like meat or fish or something.
I told him everything.
I can go back. Hold
My
up.
joys,
So I'm curious. 49.
Ça, c'était cool. It's very nice because since Gael arrived, I can start to eat again like the food I used to eat in Switzerland, and here there is dry meat and
It's the food he used to eat, and I don't know what that means.
cheese.
Meat and cheese.
It's paradise of Nirvana. Christmas time.
one of Gael's first, the volcano,
So we're back here at the volcano.
my joys, my sorrow, my loneliness.
Se retrouver dans un lieu inconnu, absolument fantastique, c'est que du bonheur. C'est là que je me suis rendu compte la difficulté de la solitude, c'est parce que rien que d'être deux, même sans avoir vécu le trip de 10 mois de solitude, tu te rends compte qu'avec quelqu'un tu peux vraiment
Looking
partager
here at
des
it,
choses énormes. Tout
yeah,
seul,
it looks
ça
like it's going
ça
down.
peut pas être facile.
So now is not the time to be investing in this.
The final
Although I would
report
say
was
you could
closing in.
easily set a buy
One more task to accomplish before
here
giving
and
up.
a sell there that would end up working out at some point in the next
The box in the hole,
week or so.
I stopped at the time. And what I realize now is that even if I wanted to
So
stop the time,
OXT is
still running.
full of cockers.
The same perception. And for me it was important always in this trip to know what was the day. I
Oh.
know that every experience have a beginning and have an end. And when the when the experience starts, when the adventure starts, you really have to push forward. And at the end, you have to accept that you have to quit all this.
And it's part of the game to quit all this and to go back to the life I had before.
It's my next one.
when I came
Maker.
here, I didn't know anything about this place. Anything. And now, I can say after 9 months and a half,
Maker's one of my favorites because I've made a lot of money on Maker. He had a solar panel to charge his batteries for his camera. I didn't even end up getting to put any money in Dogecoin because it just rejected my request, and then I saw later on Facebook that the thing that I was using didn't accept, like they weren't accepting Dogecoin orders. So I assume that's why. So I just kind of I'm like fuck it at this point, honestly. So Maker's doing some things. It's coming down from a high here. It stabilized a lot here at like the 1400 level. I've just seen it over the past, like, yesterday. It went up to like 1600 around the time that I was waiting for my shit to go through. They still haven't approved my money for them. Yeah, no, see, that's the thing. Like, that's the other thing is that, like, a lot of those places are, like, waiting to, like, be able to start putting money into shit. And it's like, the thing is that like, Coinbase is, like, great about it. Like, they don't give a shit. They're just like, oh, you, like all the money that I was gonna put into Dogecoin, I just send it to my Coinbase because it's instantaneous deposit. And so I put it into a different trade that just hit. Well, one hit while I was sleeping, and then another one hit not too long after I woke not too long after I started streaming. And but the thing is, Coinbase doesn't have Dogecoin, and it's like it's been funny because like I've seen people like on Facebook being like, "Oh, Coinbase doesn't allow trading on Dogecoin," and I'm like, "They never have." Like, I've been using it for like years. They never have allowed trading on Dogecoin. Like I've thought about it before, and they never allowed it, so I never ended up doing it. But I trust Coinbase to like allow me to put in money when I want to, and it takes a couple of days to take it out and send it back to my bank account, but that's not a huge deal because I can trade with it instantaneously once it gets in. So, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I would not get into Maker right now. Is that a bearish, bullish candle? So, I mean, it's still going down. It looks like it's probably gonna hit around. I mean, if I wanted to set a buy, it could be for like 13.95 right now, and that would probably hit within the next. This is looking at the entire month of January. Yeah, that would probably hit later on this week, and then you could set an easy sell at $1,500 and hit it within a couple of weeks, probably. These are like, yeah, 2 weeks, 2 humps up. I assume it's just because there's a ton of people going to like Robinhood now and trying to put in money to buy like Dogecoin and GameStop and shit, or GameStop and shit. So they have like a ton more people than ever trying to like put their money in, and then on top of that they like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense for me for them to want to I mean, other than like the obvious reasons that they're trying to protect the people on Wall Street. But like, it doesn't make any sense for them to want to stop trades with things that are blowing up because I'm sure they take a percentage or just some sort of fee on when people make trades, and it just doesn't make sense other than the fact that there's a lot more people now looking to put their money into it. So yeah. And I'm not sure if they allow Dogecoin trading anymore too. I've seen that they haven't, but I don't know for sure if they have not because I don't use it and I've never really looked at it. I think I signed up and they couldn't verify my ID the time that I was trying to like put it in there and shit. So that was it. That was the extent of it. This is a movie by Oliver Vitelli. Vittel? The fuck else do we got going on here? Um. I don't know. So Maker, not right now. No one Maker. Oh, send it. Send it. Thanksgiving sausage.
Well, Charlie, it's it's Thanksgiving or close to that thereof.
I'm thinking we have like a green bean fight, just slapping each other with our
Ooh. Ooh. Why would you want to go through the Chernobyl? Well, fuck it. I would do it. Why not? So Maker's a no-go. XLM, I literally just made a trade on. Yeah, XLM I just made a trade on. And I would not buy it currently. Just straight off looking at it like that. XLM. Oh yeah, that was the one that I was waiting for right now. I think I bought it somewhere around I bought it at 0.32 just about, so that was probably 8, 9, 10, 6 hours ago. So I probably bought it around there, or there, or there. Wait, and this is 1 hour, so 1, 5, 6. So it was probably here at the peak of this candle that I bought it. So that would have been a bullish candle at the time, and then or bearish can or yeah, bullish, and then it turned into a bearish candle. And then it's gone up since then, and it hit whatever the fuck I was trying to hit with it. 2% or whatever. But it's getting up there right now. Like I would wait.
Yeah, we're walking in the Pripyat.
I would wait
and the second
till
thing
it hits
is
somewhere
today
around
we
0.288 to get
go
in, and
into
then
the
set a sell for like
we fly in Duga
3-1.
and start in the back in the Kiev. Okay, that's all.
Atom. ATOM.
So we're gonna pick the food first, we're gonna pick the snacks, then we're gonna go into the Alpine Sports Outdoor store, and we're gonna pick the special food.
Короче, мы так будем, типа, скидывать горячей воде, когда оно
Walking around buying shit.
Dance party. Is that a bullet camera?
Look at this pipe.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that going up again there.
My backpack is above 10 kilograms right now. Now we're going to take out
Looks
cash.
like it's
Both of
turned
us are gonna have cash for
turned
taxi,
its
private
way
school,
around,
taxi express.
especially with like
We're also gonna get defense check.
especially with blue crossing green. Again, going in the upward direction. But I'm not betting on. Would I bet on it here?
Fuck, these fucking backpacks are terrible. How long did you sleep tonight?
Maybe. Probably.
We slept 1
Well,
hour. Yeah, I know. And we're gonna walk
probably
like 20
not.
kilometers.
Well, maybe.
20 kilometers, right? 20 kilogram backpacks.
It proved that it was able to hit above there a couple of times.
It's expensive for me. I live in stupid country.
This is so cheap for me.
And it was on an uptrend then.
For Europe people, England people.
But
It was
people
just
who live there
tested.
get terrible wages. Minimum wage of Ukraine was like
I don't know.
4,000 hryvnia, right?
115 euros.
150. It's fucking crazy. It's survival.
It's TZ, Tezos.
Correct.
То есть, по сути, все это одноразовая херня.
Yeah. In English? Yeah. If you get caught in the zone, you get a fine and a stamped passport. That we committed a crime in something like that. And you'll have to be ordered to leave the country in a week's notice or some. Через неделю покинуть.
Oh shit. So there's some danger to this.
And when can we come back?
If you want, you can the next day.
But they're gonna ask like, hey, why do you have a stamp? And every time we're gonna have to say, well, we were in Chernobyl.
Yes, yes.
Interesting story. He told us that he's been to the zone 4 times, and 3 out of those 4 times he got caught. The first
How much
time
money have I
was
put
an
into
accident.
stocks
The
and
second
made?
time, they were so tired walking back that they
Well, I've put in degree. This is being delayed file coin deposits and withdrawals. Yeah, okay, whatever. Let's see here. To me to like make it big to look at my deposits. So total put in, I put in +0. The total I put in that, and now, and I have, and my balance right now is 1508 minus 029. So I've made $479 from it over the past, since October. October 1st was my first deposit of $50, and my second deposit of $50 later that day, I guess. So I made $479 from it in the past today. past 1, 2, 3, 4 in the past 4 months, and that's been thrown it in as I've been doing it too. So like, yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that's the thing. Like I think looking at my like my trading sheet of like the Google sheet that I use to analyze trades and see where I'm up, see what I'm up percentage wise per month. Like I think I'm up this month alone. Before I put in more money, it was somewhere around like 30 to 50%. But like I was in a trade when I added in more money, and then I ended up pulling out of the trade for a lot less money. Because I was in it for a long time, and I was like, I'm not waiting. And then of course after I pull out, it goes and hits whatever the number I was looking for it to hit. I forget what it was, Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin. I was in it for like a couple weeks too. That was the thing. Like, coin. Yeah, so 11 days ago. So that would have been 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 20th. The 20th. The 20th, the 20th, the 20th. So I bought in like here. At some point during the day here. And I was holding on to it all the way to here, and like once it got here, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be the time for it to pop off and hit, 170, 180 again. Because I was looking at its previous history, and I was like, okay, so it's hit this before, and or maybe I didn't think about it that much. Maybe I was just like, all right, whatever, let's go Litecoin. Why not? I mean, I only ended up losing like $100 on my portfolio, which is like that's all right. That's not the worst thing. I mean, it's a lot compared to what I put in there, but like it was already money that I had already gotten from it. And I think with it, I just like I didn't even look at like previous history. I was just like, oh yeah, it went down here like on the 20th. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it, and it's gonna go right back up to like 165 or something. I didn't even bother to look to see whether or not it was in a downtrend or anything. I was just like, all right, yeah, it's definitely going to do that. And here we are now. And so, like, I think it was like a couple of days ago, like somewhere where it was around here. I was like, 3 days ago. Yeah, that would have been 3 days ago. So somewhere around here, I was like, all right, fuck it. I'm taking my money out. So I guess it never even actually went up and hit whatever the fuck I was looking for, because it's just been in a constant downtrend. So that's why we're not doing Litecoin right now. But like that's the thing is that pisses me off about it is that like Litecoin is the one coin that I've had a fucking issue with because I've lost of the money that I've lost the most through Litecoin. And that includes when I was trying to learn how to trade Bitcoin in like 2017 or something when it was peaking last. And like that was a couple lessons there. Don't buy in at the peak. And take a look at the general trend before you go and buy into something. But like that's where it pisses me off is that it's like, dude, like it was like $46, $50, something like that, and now it's up in the like 180, 130 range. Like one of the things I've said it before to you, but like one of the things I really need to hop on is that like month-long holding strategy. Like if I held from November, like if I bought the 1st of November at 1 in the morning at $54 and sold on the November 30th, yeah, November ends on the 30th, and sold on November 30th at 88, I would have doubled my money that I had in that trade. And it's like long-term holds. Long-term holds, boys. No, of course, January, that's where it gets kind of iffy because it's like, okay, you bought January and you sold it today, like you wouldn't I mean, you would have lost whatever money you had in fees. So 127 to 131. Well, no, I guess you would have made a small profit, but it's like you're missing out on this peak here in the middle. Like that's the thing. And that's the a bit of the trap with long-term holding or like month-long holding. Month-long swing trades, I guess you could call it. As opposed to like looking at it from like if you bought in September, say, when it was 45 and you held it till now, like and that's the thing is that it's not always going to do that because it's like if you held it from let's say April, if you held it from April to like August, are these both on the same thing? Yeah, if you held it from April, let's say 38 to I guess August it peaked a little bit. But if you held it from April to June, to the start of July, June, 39 from 33? That's not too bad. No, 30, we'll say 36 to like 40. Like I guess that's still positive. But like I said, you're missing out on when it was $50. Like that's such a small increase for such a long time to have your money tied into a trade that it's like it becomes to the point where it's like, is it worth it? Because it's like if I made smaller trades, and it's like you look at it like one of the ones that I really want to make work is die. Now, if you look at die, if you take a look at die, you'll notice that, well, it has been on a downtrend recently. All right. These are differences. These are like this is the difference from here to here is $1.05. That's $1.05. And it'll do that occasionally. But it's like that happened this is the start of December. It happened once in December. It happened twice in November. Is that December? No, that's January. Like, okay, yeah, it didn't even happen in December. So it's like like I wouldn't bank on that. I wouldn't bank on that cuz that total ends up being there's actually no way I'm going to be able to find the middle between that when I look at it like that. Like if you look at if you bought it like at whatever the fuck its median was then. Let's say where's the thing I'm looking? Like if you bought it at its median at whatever the fuck it was looking at. Like that's a 5% trade. Like that's nothing crazy. Like 5% once a month. All right. I mean, if you got like a ton of money invested in a lot of different places, all right. Throw in your monthly, semi-monthly 5% die trade that you're looking for. But what I'm looking at with this is that I already I thought I had already done some of this work, but I can do it again. But like what I'm looking at is because it's got a range to it, right? It's got a range to it. And the difference between like let's say the average, like if you took like the average of all the lows and picked like there and then took the average of the highs, like that's a 0.1% trade right there. All right, that's a 0.1% trade. And it does that constantly. It does that constantly. Like you could constantly be making a profit off of that. The issue comes where 0.13%, like without fees, is a decent trade. With fees, like you're taking out, if you're buying it at let's see, entry price is, wow, that's actually not bad. It's a little bit higher than $1. So this stays around $1, right? If you buy in at profit level, oh, that's my profit level. Okay, so yeah, you buy in at 0.998. Like, I mean, at least right now for me, I'm getting like, if I put in $100 into there, divided by 0.9988, divided by, no, wait. Yeah. So that's how many shares you'd have. I'd have 100.12 shares. Okay, no, but like with the fee going into it would be 0.35. So 100 minus no. Minus 0.35. All right. That's not what I'm looking for. Minus 0.35. Come on. There we go. 65. Right? Wait. Look at it. Let me look at it cuz now I'm kind of confusing myself. 5%. They take 0.35%, which means so of my 1 minus 0.5. No, that's not right. It's 0.5 plus 0.5 is 0.7% minus 100. Yeah, okay, that's what I was trying to do. Okay, so 100 minus 0.35. So that the real amount that I end up getting with that, and it'll change with my volume. It goes down with how much you do it. My thing with that is that, so if I put in $100, 9965. Okay, so if I put in $100 times 0.9965, all right, I have that much in 1.0 or 0.9988. All right, so I have 99.7 shares of that, and then I sell it at 1.00153. Like that's that 0.1% trade. All right, I made $1 from that, but from what they took after the fee, I mean. But then they take that other fee from selling it, from selling it, And so then that 0.99 turns into is multiplied again by 0.99665, I believe, right? Yeah. Which means I start off with $100, and so I lost 50 cents. Now, when they take lower fees, so if we do that again, but they take what level of fees was I looking at? I think it was the 100K fee. So like the taker fee is, and I was doing it based off all the taker fee because I was like, well, like worst case scenario, because it's like either you're like the maker or the taker, and so if you're the taker both times, you have still have a higher fee. But like a lot of the time, you're not going to be necessarily one or the other for sure. But like with the fees, like so the taker fee is 0.2%. So that means 100 minus 0.2, so 0.998. All right. Wait, am I looking at the right here? No, 25. Sorry, 25. So that'd be 100 minus 0.25. So 99.75. All right. Is that right? That's my next level of fees. Okay, so then it's like $100 times 0.9975. All right. Divided by 0.9988 times 1.00022 times 0.9975. Yeah, see, like that still doesn't work. We only lost 40 cents now, but we're doing better. Doing better. Okay. Now we get down to the next level of fees. So it was definitely probably this next level of fees. So 0.2. 0.2. So 100 minus 0.2. 0.998. All right, fees are getting lower. Fees are getting lower with it. $100 times 0.998 divided by 0.9988 times 1.0. Wait, what? 53. I was using the wrong number. Times 0.998. That's still a loss. Hold up. You get the idea. Lower, like I need lower fees to be able to. The point is that I need lower fees to be able to make money off of something like this, where this is between. This is one day. Like, this happens multiple times a day, every day. I mean, with slight variations, like when it pops down to 0.998 cents. But like, okay, so for one day, it's below that, or maybe if it's in a downtrend, it'd be something. I mean, you'd want to go probably based off of like the moving average and adjust it accordingly. But in general, you're copying and pasting this trade over this entire amount of time, you're gonna make money with it eventually. And it's like DAI hasn't gone crazy with like it doesn't go crazy with how high it goes up and how high it goes down. Like this is the craziest I've ever seen it be. And that was when Bitcoin was like hitting all-time and that was like right before Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs. Like that was when it was getting crazy. May? I guess that stops in May. Maybe they added it in May. Like, yeah. So it's like there's been nothing fucking insane going on here. And generally it's been like this, where it's a consistent either downtrend or uptrend of some sort. And you're looking at it like that. And I want to make money. I want an automated trading bot, oops, that will fucking work with me here and buy at the low, sell at the high, buy at the low, sell at the high consistently. And to where my fees are at the point where it doesn't matter how little how small the increase is, because it just won't matter at that point. But yeah, that's die. Get back to because I know I wasn't looking at Ren. I know I wasn't looking at die. I was looking at XLM. Or maybe I was on XTZ. XTZ. I don't think I analyzed XTZ. Coinbase is kind of pissing me off right now because its charts aren't loading. And there's a lot that I can see from their charts. Like if I see something that looks good, I'll take it into trading view and look at it further, but like I don't really care to look at it past that. Oh, this one actually looks really fucking good right now. It's been consistent with a little triangle going on here. Actually, I mean you could argue that it's like not even a triangle. I mean it's been on a downtrend. I mean it's the moving average is like fairly even. But this right here shows me that it's been having trouble going down below this level. Now, I might be able to get a good price for it going down here at like 0.82 as opposed to 0.85. But it looks like it bounced. Looks like it bounced there, went below, popped back up, touched it again, and now it's going down. So maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe let it do its thing for a while because, I mean, in general, it is in a downtrend from the past 2 weeks or so. Although, if you look back further, I mean, that's the thing, is that if you look back further, it's been on an uptrend. But this is very different than what this was doing before that, going up. So it's like, it's starting to test here. It's starting to think about it.
We went on the main road where police drive to get caught, to be driven out of the zone. And the third time, one of the dudes got really sick, throwing up the whole time. They were just walking, making noise. In Pripyat, to attract somebody to come and help the friend to get caught. You can use the police kind of strategically to actually save yourself. Hopefully, we won't need that. We'll see.
Oh shit. Okay.
Our boy,
Okay.
to get the dosimeter
Alright.
from his contact, he wants to go alone because the contact he's renting from is really suspicious that we're going to Chernobyl and he does not want to rent us the dosimeter that way. So he's like going as a student. Hey, I'm just doing a science project, whatever. Everything we did is so fucking last minute, it's ridiculous. We basically made an equipment and price list like 5 hours before our flight here. So it's terrible. But I'm optimistic. Hopefully it's gonna work out properly. We'll see.
Huh.
Yeah, our boy's coming back. Right, show me what you got.
Dosimeter, and now we have 9.
You're 10.
10! Maybe this?
These were in Chernobyl.
Yes, from Chernobyl. Я встретил людей с альпинизмом. Так, кому?
Right, so now we're going.
Hey, getting work issues.
The gas burner, we also need special alpine climber food. We're almost at
So
the city. We've been walking so fucking much. One more stop that way.
Tezos right now is a no-go. Curious if it'll break out, but it's not giving a good signal that it's gonna break out up. It looks like it's gonna break out down. XTZ. Ethereum Classic. So, I mean, big thing here, it's been on a downtrend, which makes me not want to get into it. Of course, here it broke up for a little bit, and now it's on its way back down. I haven't really looked at Ethereum Classic that much, but holy shit, that was a pop-up. That was a fucking 10. But yeah, it also looks like it's starting to test. But it also looks like it's making a level here right before it's about to pop down. So we're not getting into Ethereum Classic. OMG. And I mean the stock, I don't mean, my god. Yeah, no, so it's been on a crazy fucking journey here the past 2 months? December. It's the start of December, yeah. So the past 2 months it's been on a crazy adventure here. I mean, and solely because of that, I would say it's not a terrible idea. Like, treat it like would treat die in that option. Or in that scenario, treat it like you would treat die. Because it's just been going fucking crazy. But if we make another EMA, why can't I add in another EMA? Because alright, so if we change this EMA from 200 to, let's say, 1,000, like, in fact, I'd even go as far as to say, let's say 2,000. Alright, that's a fucking straight line there. That's close to a straight line, what you're looking at there. I mean, of course, when it pops off like that, it's gonna move up because that's a huge influence when the past other 2,000 days have been somewhere around here, right? I mean, of course it doesn't go all that way back there, but that's just because it's 2,000. All right, but like when OMG is right here and it's like it's popping off, it's dropping down a little bit, it's popping off. There's no definable pattern. It's just straight and flat. I'd say go in, take a look at your trend line here of where, and I want to change that back. Take a look at your trend line here of like where it's going down to the bottom. Set a buy for that. So like 3.1. Where's my thing? Set like a buy for like 3.1 and set a sell, I mean, set a sell where it's at a level where you're at least crossing the peaks, the majority of peaks here. Like, I wouldn't go crazy and set one up. I wouldn't set the line up here. Like, oh, it hit 4.36 in the last month, it'll hit it again. I wouldn't bet on that. I'd bet on these little peaks here that it goes up, hits that, goes back down. And that's a 20% trade. Like, that's insane. Like, that's good. That's good. And that would hit if this is the entire month of January here. that would have through the entire month of January, that would have hit once, twice, thrice, 4 times. That would have hit 4 times in January. 20% trades. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 80% increase. Whatever you put in there, 80%. All right, that's insane. And I mean, of course, that's just based off of that month alone. Like, if you look further back, like the consistency of it. Oh my gosh, let's see here. 3.0. Let's say 3.01, just because I want this to be a straight line. And we'll say minus 500. That's not long enough. Sorry, thing on there. And what's this one at? 7.5. 7.5. There we go. 7.5. And put this at negative 1,000 as well. There we go. Okay. I mean, you look at it like this. I mean, and this is starting from October. Like, that's based off of that month alone. Look in here. Once. That would have been once. And twice would have been in January. But we're talking about 20% trades here. Like, that's insane. Like, nobody's getting 20% trades a month that consistently. Unless you're a fucking robot. Alright, but like, we bring that down. We say you're looking for, what is that, 8%? It's just about. Alright, that still only happens once, twice, hold up. Can't really see the line.
Dosimeter says it's 0.10. Kiev at max had 0.13 or something.
Yeah, so once.
On the ground. Yes. It's still the same. You say if we find metal should have more radiation.
Twice.
We need to go.
3 times. 4 times. It's still only, you're still only hitting it 4 times. But then you get into, like, further back into here, and that's 1, 2. I mean, here would have been an entirely different deal. 3, 4 before. 4 before you hit, January. So the 3 months before that, that's not a terrible deal. I mean, sorry, 2 months before that, because this is October 26th, 27th. So that's November, December. All right, 4 times in November, December. I don't know. Like, this month has been special for cryptos currently. What happened? Sound go bye-bye. Is that just me? No, that's not just me. Okay.
All right, so we reached the river.
Yes, but But yeah, no. So like you'd be getting 20% trades there, and it's like, okay, so 8% times 4 times is 32, as opposed to 20% trades. I mean, maybe it'd be worth it. But that's just because we're dealing with something that's like a straight line long term.
Yeah, it goes really down here.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. I should look into that more. Do some more research. But this is going to be the 200 EMA. And OMG is an option, but we're not going to buy it there. We're going to buy it when it hits 3.1, if it hits that, you know, anytime soon. So what's the next one down the line? Zcash. Wait, what's the ZEC? ZEC?
At this point, I'm just gonna swim completely.
ZEC. ZEC to USD. Swimming in a lake in Chernobyl. That's not terrible. That's not bad. I know people that have done that. Still makes me nervous, but hey, you do you. Zcash. So this January, it's on a downtrend from the 14th. So like 15 days ago, it's been on a downtrend. So not really looking to get into that. Hasn't really set any levels.
This, for example, is a packet of kartofля z. Basically, it's mashed potatoes and some meat parts. That's some rice.
I mean, if you were, it's too late because it's already going bullish right now. It's too late to get in and feel good about it for me. Because I would have bought in at $83.65 about and set a sale for 87, and I wouldn't even bet on it hitting 87 because it's in a downtrend. I mean, that's the main thing. It's not really an amazing idea to buy in a downtrend. Can you make money off of it? Yeah, look at that. Like, can you do it and make money off of it? Yeah, absolutely. That's a 10% trade right there. That's a 9%. What? I'm so confused. How is that a 10% trade down here, but 8% here? Like, okay, 10% trade there, 10% trade there. That's not a 10% trade. You know, 10% trade there. Arguable whether or not it was in a downtrend there or not. Way bigger issue at my work. We had patching maintenance sent out today on upper staff. Hey. Nice. But like, and like there, but it's like, you can make money in the downtrend. It's not. You literally have to guess out where the next low is gonna be and do it based off of that. And if you were to do that, if you were to try and guess it out, if you were looking at, I mean, I wouldn't buy in anywhere here. I'd wait for it to bounce up, hit another high, and then I'd say, okay, so it hit here before, create a channel. I mean, the issue is here is that you wouldn't be working with this data. You'd be working based off this data, which is a completely different result. And that's not even, like, as steep as it could be. Just because it's been so crazy. But, like, you'd want to end up creating a channel like that. And creating a channel like that. And saying, like, okay, so it just bounced up between here and here. So I'm going to set it to buy when it hits here. And go up to an increase of, like, I'd say 5% would be safe. I'd say 5% would be safe. I'd say let it, I mean, clearly here it averaged out a little bit. It made a straight line for a little bit there. And that's why, that's one of the reasons why I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to make a 5% trade hitting that. But, like, I wouldn't expect it to even hit back up to that level. I would expect it to hit maybe like 2 or 3% up and call it there.
I keep shining back like once in a while, just in case I see a couple eyes reflect, because it's fucking paranoia inducing, those howls. Oh shit, look at that house, that looks sick.
Ooh, house. House squad.
Damn,
This is normal Ukrainian house. Welcome.
we got some loot. Boy.
So what's next? Chain link.
Somebody definitely stayed here. So the levels are
Link is my other trade that I bought in
12. Yeah, just all
yesterday. And I bought in yesterday. Probably around somewhere around here-ish.
so I guess
And set it to sell
main road.
like
Alright, let's see
here.
specifically.
Like I think I bought it I bought it at 22. Okay, so actually I must have been closer to the bottom. Or like 22 point something, and then I set it to sell at like 23.
Interesting.
So it
No, they're just
it
fake.
did its thing.
Actually put
It
the
definitely did its thing.
Mhm.
And it is still in an uptrend. Like it's going crazy and it's still in an uptrend.
This is a new one. This is
So I wouldn't be against buying it here and setting a sell point at like $24 or something. Of course, currently
damn. Some babushka. I wonder how old these are actually. This one has a plaid.
it's like it's getting confused there with it. But
1925, 1980,
that's not bad. Not terrible. It's still an uptrend.
1943. Damn, this one's an old one.
It's getting to a point where it's gonna end up hitting this triangle and either going up or going down. So
1981, 1988. What is that supposed to
we'll see.
represent?
And this could be a longer triangle too. It could be a longer triangle. We don't know.
An anchor?
So chain link,
Just keeps fucking
we are
going.
not
Damn,
going to get into at the moment. Again,
it's like a house there.
we got lucky and caught it at the bottom here when I bought in a link rep. Next is rep. Rep was the other one that I was in. No, rep was the other one that I was in today. Chainlink I was in yesterday.
Cozy. Nice to get
Rep I was in today,
these people have slept here.
or 2 days ago,
It is cozy as hell, but
or 3 months ago. Maybe I didn't end up buying rep.
sure nobody's
Fine.
slept there.
But that's a straight line. I mean, it's got a slight uptrend
That was crazy.
going over the past 3 days. Overall, it's a downtrend over the past. It's not even the past month. Like, that's the past month. Past month, it's been on an uptrend. Since the 20th, it's been on a downtrend.
Is the end or the beginning of
Not really looking to get into that, but, you know, I mean, it goes crazy a little bit here and there. And that's been dying down a little bit. But like these are the patterns that you want to look at. Like if it goes crazy, you know it's gonna dip below here. So you're gonna want to keep an eye on it, watch it for when it goes
about 100 meters from the main
really
road.
low,
I have
because you know it's gonna pop up, and that's one opportunity there.
we keep
Wait for it
hearing, I guess
to
that's
dip
a
below
main
again
house
to like that level.
right in front of us.
It's gonna pop up again,
Fucking spooky. They're not like I guess
hit that
predatory
level again,
animals,
pop
but they
up,
are very
hit that
aggressive
level,
and
pop up.
predatory
Like
on this road, like 5 kilometers or whatever.
there's
Wolves have
opportunity in there.
on
There's
like
absolutely opportunity
20
in
to
there.
28
ZRX.
time, I guess. Yeah, when we go on the main road.
ZRX.
To because cars go through the main road.
Is ZRX the one that I used to make a ton of money in like best brokers on? I think it might be.
Security, right? They scout these roads like daily, and I guess in the nights too. Sometimes I cannot use my light. They're gonna use red lights, which are easier to miss in the dark. My light is white, so it's very easy to spot. So yeah, that's the plan. I gotta fix my feet now. Okay, so this is the main road right now. We're just gonna walk for about an hour on this road. If the security comes, we will see it far away. But with these red lights, the security will not see us from far away. Right, let's keep on walking.
Ooh.
Probably can't see shit. We're probably halfway through. It's really intense because every like 30 seconds, one of us turns around to check if there is a car coming from the back of us, or keeping an eye in front if there's like headlights. Yeah, continue walking. Alright, so we just got off the main road. We can fucking rest.
I'm very tired.
Yeah. I'm so damn dead from this stupid walk.
Okay, so ZRX,
And we can sleep.
Because we're walking out of
it's looking good.
There's so many moves. It's gonna be risky as fuck sleep.
It's been on an uptrend this entire month. Did it start this month? 0.36, and now it's at 0.68. So that's doubled.
There's so many moves here.
It's doubled right there. And that's my thing. Long-term holds are
It's literally 12.
better
Been walking for quite a few hours.
depending on what coin you're looking at.
Kiev. When we were getting all our stuff, we were walking.
But if you averaged them all out,
Really does not help. Getting cold now. The night is something special.
I've probably still made more than the average of all of them from making those trades. So
We are going to sleep in this area. Those are not ant hills. Those are just molehills. There are a bunch of.
I would not buy there because I would wait for the averages to catch up here, and this is probably going to go down a bit. So while I like ZRX currently because it's going off,
Anyway, this is the
I would wait for one of these. I'd wait for one of these things. Like, they tried to push it up way there, but it wasn't able to do it. So
That's where Checkmate's gonna sleep. Animals really
no to ZRX.
something is gonna come in. You know,
I'll go.
night. Yeah, this is complete wild.
This is another one that's been going off this past month. It really went off. Holy shit. From 30 cents, 33 cents to 64 cents.
Guten Morgen.
That's good.
Сразу котелок.
9. It was fucking cold in the night.
No more sleeping outside, please. So tonight was not that great. Woke up at around 2 a.m. It was very fucking cold. The problem now wasn't the cold from the bottom. The mat really helped. Top of me, the sleeping bag wasn't warming me up enough. I needed like a blanket or something. I woke up and I exercised. When I went back to sleep, I couldn't sleep for at least another hour. All the animals were screaming so loud. Did you hear that?
Oh, yes, of course.
So we walked halfway yesterday, and today we need to walk the rest of the way to Pripyat. In the end of the walking yesterday, it felt so shit. Everything was hurting, legs, head. While we were
Ooh.
walking, it was too warm. When we stopped, the sweat got too cold. But I do feel somewhat rested.
Yeah, no, I would not get into this now because it's clearly about to pop down a bit. I mean, after all these, it pops down. Could argue that was it there. But given that there's such a baseline here, I would wait for it to,
Типа, нас слишком дофига.
like, I think you got a good chance of it popping in here. Or at least popping in here. 0.61. Set a buy for 0.61. Set a sell for whenever the fuck. 0.66, whatever.
Actually, what we didn't do yesterday was
Not looking at
check
die.
how much radiation is here. So, putting it all the way to the ground, yeah, it's like dropping.
KNC always gets me.
Kilometer, 2 kilometers from that way, from the road to that
I always skip die whenever I'm looking over shit because I know it's $1. It's $1. It's always a fucking dollar. Like there's no difference. This isn't bad either, and honestly, I'd feel safe setting a level around 0.14, 0.13, and it's if you look at the candles now, you can see it's going down and it's slowed down. The blue line has crossed the green line here, and it's slowed down its rate of descent. I'd feel good putting money in KNC right now and setting a decent percentage trade going back up. And I mean that, but that said, when it hits these levels before, it looks like it's, well, I guess it's gone up a couple of times. Alright, we're gonna set a trade for KNC. We're gonna set a trade going in here for 5%. Looks to be a decent level, so profit.
What are you worried about? Now we're going in the village, and this village, horse whisper police. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
So there are horse police in fucking
Oh no, that's the entry price.
in the village.
Yes.
21. Oh my gosh, it's increasing as we go forward. Fuck yeah. 22. How far is the village from here? 23.
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers. And it's increasing by like every 100 meters we walk.
3, 8,
Alright.
9, 5. Yeah, okay. So 1.3950.
So we just stopped here to take a break off the road because we didn't want car driving by, and probably you can hear from the sound that something is not right. So he just laid there, turned his dosimeter on, and just put it next to him. Shit started going off crazy. That is 55. Maybe it's that specific spot.
Alright,
56.
so we'll put that trade in there, and we'll see then,
Because you put a limit on 30. That's why
because
it's
we're going for that. Going for that.
It's not gonna be a problem.
I think it's got
Numbers definitely
good room to
increasing.
move there. So KNC,
What's
we're
further
good
ahead?
with. Compound, that's half, that's one trade, and then another trade be looking for is another one. Comp is doing well. Doing well. Not one that I'm looking to get into. I mean, the other thing that you have to consider here is that, like, because it's such a high number, like, where this would be, like,
Here, radiation sign. The village is that way? Yes. Alright.
where this might be a 5% trade. This is a 3% trade here.
So please. 18, 27, 38,
So
37. That's the new record. Can you set the limit to
I'm not gonna get in here because it just boosted itself. Like
76? Okay, that's the new record.
last time it boosted itself, popped down a good amount, pulled back, and I mean it's pulled back a good amount from there, but I don't think that it's going to go crazy again off of where it is now. And it's starting to make some bullish moves, or bearish, going down, bearish moves. So I'm not looking to get into a trade there. Next is banned.
That is reactor number 5 right there. All this time we've been walking along the power lines just in a zigzaggy way. This road leads through the red forest. The red forest is right there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go into that forest, the not red forest as it's called. Cool.
Red Forest?
Is that the main reactor?
It's sarcophagus.
Yeah, I can actually see the sarcophagus chimney. We're not that far.
It's not far.
Wow, this one's popping off. Or it just popped off. Would I have gotten into that trade? No, absolutely not. I would not have. It's on a general uptrend, but that's been a line. And that is not
You don't know the Red Forest is called the Red Forest because when the explosion
a
happened,
place that I would get in
the
at.
reactor blew by the wind into that part, and the trees actually turned
I
red
would have waited for it to
because
pass
of
below
radiation.
this EMA. Even that wouldn't have been a high trade to win there. Like, I would have waited for it to pass and go down a bit first. So maybe here and set a sell there. So 8.4 to 8.6, and that's not even a great trade. It's not a great trade. But you have been doing well this month, and I'll give you that. NMR.
Oh, this is terrible.
Oh my gosh, this one's been going off too. Yeah, this month it's up a good amount. But this one's another flat one. To where I'd try and buy in somewhere down here and sell somewhere up here. And as such, it's getting to the point where you would want to sell it. And it's, even still then, it's been on a downtrend since the 19th of January. So for the past 10 days, it's been on a downtrend. So we're not looking to do that.
Gimme. That is 1,000. So is this the Red Forest? No. Near it. It's like right next to the fucking Red Forest. Okay. All of this shit, not to mention the radiation. Fuck. Yeah, 22 times over the safety check makes set. Damn, that was fucking
Next
hell.
is Sea Gold.
So, as much as we would like to rest here, the radiation
Also has had a good month.
now it is 2,000.
It looks like it's going up in steps, honestly. Like I wouldn't feel bad buying in here if I was waiting
That shit, he says.
10 days between trades, but I don't want to wait 10 days between trades. I'm looking for something pretty quick.
This shit just never ends. Fuck.
And I mean, what is that?
No?
Between here and there. That's 20%. So yeah, 10 days for a 20% trade. That's not bad. It's not bad.
Where's the tree boy?
But I mean, that's the other thing is that like it's what between here, the 7th and the 20th. That's like 15 days. Like we're just starting off here. We're starting off here. Like this is like 3 days after it had already popped off and came around there. And this is after it popped off
What?
3 days.
Here. It's
We're
right
like
there. Check.
it's here. Like it's got room to chill out for a bit before it pops off again, and
Yeah, we can rest. The
there's
trees.
no super guarantee that it's going to do that again, because in the past it's been
It's about 500
fairly
meters.
stable
Make it out of
with how it runs the past 2 months before that. So, iffy,
Fuck. Anton said that the road we're going to take.
iffy, and everything's getting real fucking close together. So,
That road we literally heard.
I wouldn't get in here
I don't know what kind
looking to make a short trade.
We're probably not gonna walk on it.
Not literally short it, but a trade that I don't have to be in for a while. UMA. Keep double clicking. UMA also popping off this time.
To the sarcophagus that way.
Also kind of making steps here.
Security cars, that way is the way to like proper civilization.
I don't think it'd be a bad idea to get in now. But where would I set my take profit at? Probably is that 6%. I'd say make that 5. So that's trusting that that pops off again. I mean, clearly there's been a level here where if it hits here, it'll bounce back up. So actually, I feel good about that. I feel pretty good about that, actually. So buy, set that to the rest of what we have, set a sell at 11. Entry price was 11. So this will be 7.
Right now we're gonna try to chill a bit, make some food.
5.
Fucking dead. We got 3
11.71.
Nice.
So we'll just be watching our portfolio from there, because there's literally nothing else to watch at that point.
What we're gonna do is in Pripyat, there is a rainwater source. Yes, we're gonna actually take water from Chernobyl, filter it, put in some antibacterial tablets, and try to drink it.
Phil. Wait, what? Okay. Only one of my orders was showing up, and I was like, wait, did that already go through? And so that buy was at 11.149. And that buy price is set at a number that I'll look at later. Oh no, there it is at the bottom. Okay.
Right now it is 5:30. We're gonna clean the ship
7-1.
and head somewhere that way towards Pripyat, 3 kilometers. Yeah.
And I don't bother with these stops. I trust in that these coins are eventually going to hit, and I only stop it if it goes for a long time and I get bored of having my money in that trade. And by a long time I mean like 2-3 a week, over a week. So we bought in, and we're waiting on that. So it's UMA and KNC now.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Not great, not terrible. 900. Twice the safety. Not that terrible. Not great. Yep. I bet this is one of the main roads.
So that's what we're watching for. That's what we're looking for now. KNC, do your thing. Show us what you're made out of. Oh, and this is the fun part, because it's all hands off. We just wait, and then money comes into our account. and we're chilling.
But it's not bad. Nice. Oh yeah, we're getting close. Can already see the first building on that side.
No, this is.
What is this? Oh,
Yes.
this. Oh, колючка.
Да.
Barbed wire.
This is starting Privet.
Interesting. Okay.
Crossing the green supply signal as well.
Yeah, these trees are a wall. What does that say? Director. Oh, so this is from an office. Guess who
Lots
won
of
the war in
walking.
Ukraine? Yeah.
So like, what's the goal with this?
But he.
There is a gap.
Yes, but this or.
So we'll come back here.
Yes, okay.
Let's go.
Oh, come back.
We are right on the edge of the tree pad. We turned around because he doesn't want to climb with the backpacks, and he says it's going to be a bit too stressful in general, so we take it the easy way. Less scenic, but we get to Pripyat before sundown.
Oh, there we getting a bullish candle started there.
Somebody's moving there.
They're about to get caught.
with us in Pripyat, of course. Buildings everywhere beyond the trees. I look there. So cool. Oh shit.
They made it. The top.
And that's the sarcophagus.
Oh, the big thing in the distance. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Looked like he was about to jump off the edge there, but whatever. I trust that they're not that stupid.
That's where the Call of Duty mission took place. Yes. I know those historic events.
Right. Yeah.
The wind is picking up, sun's going down. We also need to go search for the water. This looks so good.
Okay.
So right there, there's the sarcophagus. And I assume right there somewhere, behind those bigger buildings, is the Ferris wheel.
Ooh.
So sick. In videos like online, when I saw this place, I was like, yeah, cool, just a bunch of abandoned buildings and city type arrangement, right? Looks cool. Apart from that, it didn't feel anything. Now, having the whole journey to here, that right there is why this whole place is abandoned. And it's fucking hard to comprehend. I know I can do a better job of explaining, but I'm so exhausted that the environment can do the talking for me, I'm pretty damn sure. I just want to fucking live here for a week and explore everything. Actually, being on the rooftops is like exploration enough. I don't really want to go inside the buildings. I want to walk between them and go on top of them. Inside it's just like kind of feels amazing. And
Once you've been in one abandoned building, you've been in all of them.
yeah, right.
I mean, he's not wrong. honestly.
Tomorrow evening, I think. We came from that direction right there. And somewhere there, near those buildings, we saw people. Point is, I guess it's worth the risk. For me. Alright, it's time to get some water.
I'm gonna keep it on KNC for right now, just because that's the more interesting one at the moment, given it's being bullish. We'll check back with UMA in a little bit too, though.
So that says 0.25 on the room, the walls 0.26, so it is like a bit below the acceptable limit, which is 0.30. We'll see how much radiation there is in the water. Where's water? Right there in the distance, the carousel.
Ferris wheel. Whatever.
Nice. Made it to the reservoir. Okay, it's 101.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, he said this is rainwater.
Where else can it come from?
The pipes. I don't know, bro.
We have no other options.
Yeah, we have no other options actually.
At least boil it first. I mean, even still, then it's not a crazy amount of action to kill yet. I wouldn't be ingesting it.
We're gonna head back to our apartment, but we have a small issue. When we were going out, we heard in the same building on a different floor some people walking around. We got about a half an hour to go. We're at the very edge of the building complex, and through the roof, we will get to our place, so as to not walk through the city center and make noise. There are actually people inside this building complex. Hopefully we won't run into them. Okay, we're going on the roof. No light. Gonna talk to you when we're in the room.
Hey.
Sleep in this room? Why? Use this as barricade?
Yes. Cover up the windows with trash bags.
Alright.
Okay.
Здорово.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for it. Oh my gosh. No, because it's like if you're in an abandoned building in fucking Pripyat, like of course the only people in there in the abandoned building with you who are like chilling in there are people that don't give a shit that you're in there, and if anything would share a fucking beer with you. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
They were on their last day today. I told you before, we heard somebody in the same building complex, and I guess they heard us back. We came looking and they found us. They were kind of shady. Those who understand Russian, it's like, oh, so friendly. I wanted to take my backpack with me on the roof. One of them is like, nah, why? Leave it in the room. Everybody leaves it in the room. I'm like, no, man. I feel like there's a third one that just went through everybody's backpacks. Probably not. I don't know. I don't trust anybody here. Yeah. So I want to sleep on the roof, and there's a bunch of fucking people. You heard that? There's like people in the buildings left to us, right to us with fucking solid flashlights and shit. Yeah, going in the room.
Interesting. Interesting. Okay.
Yo, what's up? This is, I guess, Checkmate's sleeping spot.
Oh, good, they're boiling it.
You can probably see something because the moon is very bright, but decided to stay on the roof because the night is so peaceful. I gotta be here. I'm on this like weird chimney slash not chimney type of area. I'm elevated above the roof slightly. The wind is very minimal. There's no fucking reason to sit in that dusty, unventilated spot. Matter of fact, I will take a night screenshot how beautiful everything is. Yeah, very little vent.
Oh, he climbed up onto that thing.
When we're waking up.
I would not trust myself to sleep on that. There's no way. No way I'd be able to. Go KNC, do your thing. Get up there. Get up there, baby.
Yeah. Здравствуйте.
After 1 hour sunshine.
Make coffee?
Yes.
Yes.
It's movie time. It's movie time. We're waiting on these stonks, so it's movie time.
This is where I slept.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Is the building we're going to. There. From the carousel, the pool, anything else we might think of. Fucking eerie as hell in here.
No shit, it's a fucking ghost town. It's a ghost city almost. I'd go as far to say. So like there's just like no streets. It's all just like foliage on there now. It's like woods between from one building to the next building. It's interesting. I still don't understand why they're doing it. Really, like walking through it as opposed to I mean, I guess driving. I mean, I guess I could see like doing it stealthy because there's no way you're gonna get permission to go through there and like look through abandoned buildings and shit. But like, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And doing illegal stuff. Oh yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Just curious. What's my
There's the carousel there. That's where we're gonna go. And that, of course, sarcophagus. So cool.
6, 7? Okay. That number 7. Okay, that brings 600. Right. So that's the number I'm looking for it to hit.
You got the filaments?
Hybrid network doing well. This one's already back up to. Oh, I guess it went up a little
Entonces security
time there.
so we don't have
It's thinking about it. It's really thinking about it.
Right now we're gonna go to the culture house. I think it's the one
Okay.
some further there. Not 100% sure, but
Okay. And see. Oh, it went down a little bit. I trust it. I trust it. It'll make the right decision. Go up, hit the number, and then crash. Then just crash.
security and other cars go by.
Okay.
Okay. 55 minutes till it. So this is the culture house.
Hey, culture. Love culture. Especially when it's in a house.
It's huge. Ferris wheel.
Oh, wow. Little indoor soccer court. 80s. Gym. I would not trust that. Oh,
Nice.
a rope that's just been sitting there. I mean, I guess he's probably not that high off the ground. Well, maybe a little bit.
This is nothing. Lower than Kiev. We're going Ferris wheel? Carousel?
Do they call it a carousel in Russian? Is that what it translates to?
Carousel. Oh yeah.
I feel like I've probably seen some of his videos before, but I'd have to go and look and see what he's done previously. But I'm kind of curious.
He's rushing for time every time. I get it, but I'm climbing this fucking Ferris wheel.
My God, you can do it, KNC, within the hour. Just make me a profit within the hour, based off of this one fucking candle alone. That'd be so stupid. Like, that would just be dumbness. Like this man trying to climb a Ferris wheel. What if it starts rotating? Because you're climbing on it. Oh my gosh, yes, please. Yes! Ha! Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. Who's getting me down? Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it's safe to climb the Ferris wheel and Pripyat. Okay. Alright. Okay. Sure. Oh. Oh, that's the dome, isn't it? This is still making me nervous. I don't know. Like, it's one thing to be on top of a building. Another thing to be on top of a Ferris wheel that hasn't been maintained in however many fucking years. Yeah, no shit. No shit. Oh, okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Uh.
Almost done.
Alright.
These are like the boat swings.
Okay.
But I really want to check the cartodrome. While I was up there, I heard the dosimeter go off, so I assume Anton tested it, and it was above 30. This is cool.
Oh, a who's down for radiated bumper cars?
It's a good nut. I want to sit in one of them. Not much of a seat left.
Then I feel like I've seen this dude's photos before too. Like I feel like maybe like a year ago, probably when he did this, I saw photos on Instagram of like people in, of like yeah, either him or somebody else who also climbed up to the
Call of Duty.
top of that thing.
Related to Call of Duty, because that is obviously what made it famous.
Yeah. Uh huh.
Told me they checked the dosimeter near
Call of Duty. Right. Yeah.
the levels
Uh,
Like the fucking edge of red forest we were at yesterday when it was like 2,500. That shit was crazy.
yeah. I mean, I guess the last year around this time would have been.
1968.
It would have been the same time that
There's a photo of Lenin. Some inspirational shit. It's like imagine propaganda medal stand.
the show Chernobyl came out.
Dystopian shit.
So, or maybe not when it came out, but when I watched it, like sometime in November. And I mean, of course, that's how the internet works. You watch something and then you look it up a couple of times, and then it's like, oh, do you want to look at more shit like this?
So this is
And then
the
it starts
single
sending you shit
church
like
here.
that. So,
This is it from the front.
yeah,
I really like this architecture. Very straight lines. The only
I happened in the right time for that to happen too. So,
setting the perimeter here, that right there, was the building we were on top of, and that, the hotel.
We're paranoid looking back because we heard dogs in that direction. Might be security arriving, checking the place. Right now it is 7:41, so we're still in the time limit. Is that a radiation sign? What is that?
This is a capital all reactor and
Document, yeah. So this is the office building managing the Chernobyl power plant. That is cool.
hey,
So that was the security booth. Not much of a office building here. Chernobyl, 1997. Okay, we still have good sound. Where are we going now?
The river?
Oh.
Near the Pripyat River.
Oh, that looks cool. Mosaic decoration. So, this was the musical school.
hey.
Pretty empty.
again, all of this cool around the building, and it still has survived quite a few decades. We're not going in. I would like to go into every one of these buildings and explore, but short for time. We're about security. I understand. First time here, can't argue. About 12 minutes till the tours come in, and I have to really sneak back. As you can see, these roads are quite used. There are no leaves or anything.
Come on, KNC, I believe in you.
Every day.
You can do it. I believe in you. Make me some money. Make me $60.
Decorated here too. This is a calm place. There's a lot of pine trees around here.
Already made me $20 so far, going up as much as you have. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. That's just dumbness right there. There you go. Now you're being smarter about it.
So the
Going down a little bit.
Take a glass, put it here, kapeka, boom, water, pours down, you drink.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there is a radiation sign.
Yes.
Some of these dosimeters going off.
What? About 200 here. Yeah, the closer I get to the river, the more it increases.
Yeah, no shit. You know that water's holding on to radiation.
Safety limit. There's like a sunken house right there, and the crane. That house looks so cool. This river was
I think I can even see
to
it.
cool down the reactor, and I assume one of the main reasons the reactor was built because it has a nice big water source to function with. So Pripyat is here because of this river.
that did not float.
Like, if somebody told me they're tourists coming here or whatever, the only way I would know is because the roads have no leaves, but what time they come and blah blah, how to rush through, I would have no idea. That's why Anton is good here, because for me it's like, why can't we go everywhere, you know? But I don't know when the security, when the tourists come, and if we get caught, it's kind of like, well, game over if we go back. Yeah. Okay, come. So now we're gonna go to the water reservoir. You're going to see how it looks in daytime. It's not that impressive. It's a reservoir, but it's very interesting because it's only rainwater. Through testing, people who like dwell here, walk around this place, have figured out that the water is safe to drink. Have to be dead fucking thirsty to find an abandoned ass building with a pool inside it. Just take a sip, see if everything's okay. Tell all your friends. The Stockton testing method.
Yeah, sure, yeah,
Since it's
100%.
security is gonna come now, and the tourists come after the security. Now we have to be really sneaky.
So, Anton said an interesting fact. We are 2 kilometers away from the border of Belarus. It's that way. Makes sense because the Chernobyl exclusion zone includes a portion of Belarus. Interesting.
It's Belarus.
So this random ass building, a bit away from the city center, is where you get the magical elixir Pripyat. Apparently clear rainwater. Still can't believe it, but antibacterial tablet, drank it, it works.
Sweet.
Got any stomach issues yet?
Cause Pripyat is a Chernobyl. Okay, yeah, Pripyat River. Okay,
Distilled the water,
so Belarus is
hydrogen
okay.
and all that shit inside it. We don't really
Not
have
bad,
regular
not
choice,
bad.
actually.
Yeah, the water does look sketchy, but
That's what I
tested,
thought.
I drank it myself.
I wasn't sure if Pripyat or if it was
We all
north
drank
or on the north or south end.
We're gonna go back expecting there to be security and or tourists.
Sense.
Gotta be aware.
Oh.
Walking towards here, we heard a security car trying to really keep a low profile here. There's even a sign there.
Could cut the tension with the knife there as they're like walking on one of the main roads. They're just like, okay.
You go in.
School?
Русский язык 2. For me, to learn Russian properly. Alexandra, Igora. And then kind of gave up. Damn.
Still got an hour left of this. Easy homework. Easy. Easy. Oh. Oh. I'm getting kind of tired now, so I'm probably gonna go lay down or something. I got 6. I guess I got like 2 hours before I have to be up again. 2 or 3 hours. So I'm gonna lay down for a little bit, and then either finish this today or yeah, today or later today or Tuesday. I don't think I have anything going on, so I'll probably Tuesday will be the day, or Toontown Tuesdays. So we'll see. But yeah, no. It takes a while for the VOD to like get in there, so I'll upload it after that. But yeah. Oh, I gotta delete the other VODs too. I forgot about that too. That, and I still gotta edit the other VOD as well into a YouTube video that's like condensed for people who don't want to watch it. But yeah, Toontown Tuesdays. I will see you next time, and yeah, that's all I got. That's really all I got. Have fun at work. I'm tired. Boomer editing. I'm gonna have to set a whole thing on my channel for Toontown. Doing stupid shit in Toontown. You too. Except don't sleep because you're at work. So yeah. Bye. Have fun. I have to switch over to OBS. But bye. Have fun.